Hi everyone, good morning. Hope screen is visible.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, all right. So basically, today we'll be discussing about two specialization areas, which are called as like something called threat modeling, and the other one is DevSecOps. Okay, so I'll explain what they are and how one can specialize. Okay, before we get started, let us talk about the security. So if we go in, little right earlier. Okay. A lot of people are not aware of cybersecurity itself. Okay. I mean, it was there, but since COVID, it was started booming in the market. If you recall, or maybe, right, it started like you've seen a lot of overhiring, and that's where the booming started here. Okay. And that's where people introduced pen testing or VAPT or whatever you can call it. And this will be right? Where it will happen? Tell me. It happens in the production, yes or no? Once application is live, and then they perform the pen test, right? It's a mandatory. Why it is mandatory? As part of a audit, okay? For example, if we have all banks, okay? All banks we know, right? Report to whom? RBI. Maybe RBI will pass a guidelines that at least every quarter there would be a pen test. Which means there will be four pen tests. How many quarters in a year?
4 quarters.
Four, right? Which
Oh,
means four pen tests will be done. Okay. But now, later part, what happened? They started doing it regularly. They started hiring the VAPT teams. Okay. Complete teams. Like, no, rather than a quarter, they started hiring a VAPT teams. Then what happened? This is not sufficient. Why? The reason, like, it is costing us a lot. Okay, right? Production. If app is live and then you identify a security issue, it will take a lot of time, right? And also threats are there, right? What happens? A lot of timelines, and it is risky if application, right? Is live and then the security issues are coming, it will be issue. That is the reason, right? We started talking about now every company is behind something called as secure SDLC. This is your chance where you can make yourself. Okay. And we all know we discussed, yes or no? We discussed, right? As part of planning, what will happen? As part of your planning, that's where your audit or maybe GRC will be there. Understood? Then as part of your design, right? What will be there? So anybody who's planning, right?
yes.
A career out of architects who want to be an architect. It's for a senior most profiles, right? At least one should have a minimum 5+ years of experience. The senior most profiles. So if you are right planning to make a career here, right? So you can start something called as threat modeling. Okay. For this, you don't need any coding. For this, you don't need any tools. You don't have to understand the burp suit. But what you have to understand is like you have to understand the design of, or maybe an architecture of a particular end-to-end product. Clear? This is for the senior persons. Okay, so you can pursue. There's nothing wrong in it, but yeah, that's fair. So then what we have development phase. We already discussed what happens in development phase. What happens? You have SAST, correct? Apart from that, SCA. Yes or no? And then we have testing. We covered testing. As part of testing, what you learned? You
Yes.
learned dashed. Okay, fine. This is one more area. SAS dashed SCM is one more area. And then you have DevOps. So, right, here you can again focus on DevSecOps. Okay, I'll explain what it is and how you can make a career out of it. And additionally, yeah, again, right. So here it will be monitoring next, or maybe we can call it as right production. It goes to production, and that's where different VAPT comes into the picture. Here, if your company is using any of Kubernetes, okay, right, or any of a cloud, that's where the security of this two will come again into the picture. That is again a specialization areas. Okay, but so far we covered what all things. If you recall, for example, right, so we covered all these things, right? We covered this one, yes or no? SAST,
Yes.
that's SCA. We covered this one, and we covered VAPT. As part of VAPT, we covered three areas. What are they? We covered web, we covered API, we
Yep.
covered network. Okay. So maybe the rest the part that you have to work focus on is something, right? Like mobile. So everything, right? Giving everything at one time is not easy. First you start initially, then as part of your interest, right? You go ahead and choose your specialization. As I told earlier, always first you will learn addition, right? Subtractions, multiplication, right? And then divisions, and then you talk about other what? You talk about other reasoning, algebra, everything. Correct. Based on your interest, you pick it up, whether it's statistics or CA related or whatever it is. Yes or no? Is it something directly you go and solve the differentiation or integration, or maybe no, right? You don't solve such way. Yes or no?
Yeah, bro.
Anybody, I hope you all will agree. For anybody having maybe I don't know how much experience you guys are holding, Mahesh or Satish or other Shivram, Vishnu, Keshav, I know, right? But yeah, others, right? If you are holding, if you want, you can sit here. Okay, you can sit as an architect. But yes, you have to understand the design. What does it mean, design? So now, for example, I'll open up a diagram. Let's say, for example, uh, okay. They'll give you some very basic this thing, guys. Very paper. Consider this is a paper, or maybe right one of a image. Okay, they'll give you this paper or a image. Boss, we are building a payment application. This is a three-tier architecture. Okay, so now as a security architect, you go ahead and define the threats. That's it. What you do? That's it. Your work. They'll give the work like this. You guys are getting right. It's clear, simple. Yes or no?
Yeah, bro.
Others, only Keshav is telling, yeah, bro, huh?
Yes,
Which
sir, we
is
understand.
not relevant to him, but still is telling others. Not interested?
Yes, it's
To
interested.
be
Sir,
honest,
interested, sir.
I'm putting a lot of additional efforts, right, to take a session for you guys. Honestly speaking, I don't know how many of you are aware of this or not. Anyways, keeping my health concerns aside, but still, additionally, I'm taking a lot of efforts. So, right. So now here, okay. See, this is what we call it as shift left. Why is this term called shift left? Right? Why are we using this term shift left? Because security should be everyone's responsibility. It has to be highlighted or identified as earliest as possible. See, now see the possibilities. As part of cybersecurity, you learned not just one course. You have touched upon different areas. Like you touched upon VAPT. As part of VAPT, you touched on web API network, and again you touched upon something SAST, DAST, STA. Now you are getting understanding of threat modeling, DevSecOps. So as part of interview, you'll have that confidence. Okay, boss, I have seen so and so, so and so. Yes. For anything I'm telling, base will be your web. I'm telling. At least you have to start with the web. That's the reason we covered a lot of attacks there. Then API, it will be very easy. Then it's up to you what you pick it up. You go to SAST, SCA, or a DAST, or you pick up threat modeling or DevSecOps, or you want to become a core pen tester. Go practice hack the lab, right? Hack the box and hacker one. Tomorrow is one more interesting session. Ask others to join. You'll see tomorrow's session. I'll tell you. You don't have to uh, be any specialist, or you don't have to be any right certifications, or even you don't need a degree or course. Still you can make money if you can master these things. That is called bug hunting. Tomorrow is going to be very interesting session. Someone drop a note so in a group so that everyone will join. Today's 28th session, 29th and 30th sessions are very important. Ensure everybody is there. Someone take responsibility, right? So it's a request. So yeah, so that you guys don't miss it. Fine, clear. So that's how, right? You will sit here. Okay, there will be other architects, right? Architect from cloud. He will say, boss, okay, let's spin up, or maybe let's use AWS. Correct. And the other guy will come from programming architect. He will say, boss, let us use Java language. And you come from security and you see the architect of complete end to end. You say, right? You say, oh, boss, okay, fine. You are using so and so things. Okay, right. So now how do you perform threat modeling? Okay, one way is manually you perform, okay, right? Manually, just by seeing the document, you give the business, like you write down the summary. Okay, summary, right? Just a summary. You can write whatever shit you need. Sorry for my words, but you can write anything you need. You can use ChatGPT or whatever. You can also write the application or a programming, not programming, the application or a business requirements. And then you list down, right? Something called as components, or we can call it as assets. Like these are the assets. Okay. How many databases we have? Are you using load balancers, right? And web servers, app servers, file servers. You write down everything in it. Okay. So manually, when I say you'll be using a platform called Confluence. How many are aware of this? Confluence,
No idea, bro.
Yeah, I am aware.
right? Confluence should be right, guys. Atlassian. It's an Atlassian company. If you know Jira, you know Confluence. It's a documentation tool, similar to your Word. You know Word, right? Why do we use Word? Word document. Come on. Why do
For,
we use Word?
for
Writing
preparing the
something.
documents.
To make
Correct.
reports.
Document,
Right.
preparing documents.
Similarly, right, if you are creating a document at your own system, you are using Word, or else if it should be centralized across the organizations, you can use Confluence. You can use a document and upload it to SharePoint. That is also one option. But see here, this is accessible by everything. As you can see, marketing team space, and they are having their right launch budget, lead dashboard, everything. You document it. Okay, manually you are doing, you can document it here, whatever things I have told. Understood? Right? In the Confluence page, it will be fresh. Okay, you will write down summary, you write down business justification, you write down components, and then you'll be using a framework called Stride. Stride threat modeling. You'll use Stride. Okay, right? It's a framework. You know WASP, right? Why we call it WASP? It's a standard. You know ISO. Yes or no?
Yes, bro.
And while eating food, you look, right? What is that? I always forget this one.
Something FSA.
Yeah, FSSA, AI. Why you check this? Because you'll ensure, okay, boss, they are using the standards, regulations are good. Okay, I can trust this restaurant. Let me have a food here. Similarly, the companies will trust somebody having ISO certified any product. You'll check, okay, this helmet ISO certified. Okay, yeah, this is very strong. I believe in it. Yes or no? Similarly, web they follow WASP threat modeling. You have different types of things. You have Stride, right? You have Pasta. Okay, you might be seeing all these things as part of your Naukri while searching for jobs. Don't get confused. When I say pasta, okay, not your pasta. See, I typed pasta, you got the pasta. Not this pasta. Say threat model. Okay, pasta, threat model. Sorry for spellings, but yeah, pasta framework. Okay, but will not work about pasta. You say if anybody asks, right, you are aware of stride framework. Understood? Based on the stride framework, you will start designing the threads from the given picture. This is a given picture. So now you will use stride framework. What is that? Stride. S T R I D E. Don't think you guys are not aware of spellings. I know you all know the spellings, but why I am stressing, there is a reason. I'll tell you. Stride. Okay. So now let's say, what is the size of this one? Text. It's not showing. 100. Fine. Stride. You are able to see right now, guys.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
bro.
The reason why I am stressing a lot is like, see. Stride. S T R I D E. Okay, we know this. What happens when I'm breaking down things? S is nothing but stands for spoofing. Understood? S stands for what?
Spoofing.
Spoofing. I'll explain. Don't worry. What it is that everything. Okay. S stands for spoofing. T stands for tampering. Okay. R for repudiation. I'll explain what it is. I for information disclosure. D for denial of service. E for elevation of privileges. Clear? Now, stride, we call it as a stride, but if someone, as part of your interview, you're attending a architect interview, they'll ask which framework you have worked upon. Yesterday, for one guy, I think there was a question, right? And very straightforward question. He gave a scenario uh, that as part of your organization, right? He said something like, there is a application or a portal and you have admin users, non-admin users, but some guy got admin privileges. He's not admin. So yeah, the answer is that will fall under the elevation of privileges. Okay. Anyways, rather than discussing here, we can go and open up our stride here. Is it making sense or is it boring?
Oh, no, brother. Brother,
Good,
do you
bro.
have any other frameworks in the step modeling? Only this is the only framework.
Stride, pasta, Stride, people use it, but stride is commonly used.
Okay.
That is why even I'm talking only about that. It's always good to start one with one because when we talk about much things, right, you'll get confused. Even for our candidates interviews also, we say stride on. Stride is commonly used across. And then pasta, people say now it is coming into the market. I'll tell you, I'm talking about the manual part and we'll talk about automation. I always introduce you with some tools, right? So
Yeah.
I'll show you how we can do. Spoofing, okay? Tampering, T for tampering, R for repudiation, information disclosure, denial of service. Okay, let me see if I can copy this image and let us paste it here. Very good. Okay, now screen is visible, right? You can see it?
Yes, brother.
Everybody?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
bro.
fine. So now see, spoofing is nothing but based on the given documentation, whatever given documentation, maybe if you want, you can keep like this, right? Left side and your stride, whatever model it is. Okay, now you have to ensure, right? Spoofing category. Like spoofing, what all things you remember, right? For example, now you have to check, okay, whether they are implementing strong password policy or not, whether your application is vulnerable for brute forcing or default credentials, whether they have implemented multi-factor or not. You have to check here. Are you able to see all those things? No, right? When it is no, you ask the question, they give the answer, architect teams. And if there is no, these things are not existing, which means the yes part is missing. Understood? Yes, no?
Yeah, bro.
Yes, yes, brother.
You all might be
Good.
thinking,
Yeah, yeah, bro.
MFA, okay, what is there in the big, but as part of an organization, multi-factor is very important. Why it is important? If a company gets data breached, okay, and they found username passwords, right? And if MFA is enabled to all the users, they can't do anything. Because multi-factor, right? They need a code. That's why you have to implement multi-factor authentication to every user. That is why when you join a company, you enter username, password, and then token. Yes or no? Clear?
Yeah, bro.
Yes,
So
brother.
any attacks related to such type of attacks will fall under spoofing category, right? Spoof, who can, as you can see, act of, right, trying to be another user to gain unauthorized access. The definition itself says. Come on, it's architect review we are doing. For this, you don't need anything. Trust me. You don't need any programming language, just the basic English, but you should understand architects. I mean, the assets, how the architect will look like, everything. Next category, tampering, right? Tampering, like data, yesterday we discussed, right? Tampering. Let's say, for example, if anybody, we have a Flipkart, you capture the request in burp suit of a iPhone, which is 1 lakh. Okay, right? And you modify the price to 1 rupee. There's no server side validation. You purchase the iPhone for 1 rupee. Is it a good practice?
Oh,
No. There should be data encryption implemented. So such kind of things you have to check. That will fall under tampering related. Or you are performing, right, broken access control issues. Again, it will fall under tampering, which means you are modifying the other user data. As you can see, unauthorized alteration of data to dispute or a device, disrupt or a device. Clear? Those threats will fall under tampering category. Are we good?
yes, brother.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, fine. Now, what is repudiation? Repudiation, you understand the word, but that's okay. If you don't know technically, also forget. There is some what commonly we use in the world. What is it? Maybe your food, or maybe anything that you purchased. Okay, and then this particular user, okay, right, says that whatever product your company has given is broken. Okay, I need my refund. Okay, and you will refund the money. Once you refund the money, also you'll say, I have not been received your refund. I did not receive your refund. Now, how do you show it as evidence? Correct. There should be proper logging and monitoring implemented. We discussed SIEM tools, log should be implemented. That's where, right, we take for everything. People, when you go pay money, they take transaction IDs, yes or no, to ensure the proofs. If something goes wrong, they can re-verify. Yes or no?
Yes, brother.
You have phone pay. For every transaction, there will be a unique transaction ID. Okay, and you can read the definition now. The ability to deny the actions that you have taken or the particular user performed. Clear? Are we good on these three parts?
Yes, brother.
You have to check here whether they have implemented SIEM tools, how they are monitoring the logs, what are the tools they are implementing. Do you see anything? No, we don't see anything. This is manual way, guys. Relax, don't worry. That's what I told you, right? It's for senior levels. Threat modeling. Okay, you have to understand IT first, security then, and then you have to talk about architects. You'll be an architect. Okay, fine. Then you have information disclosure, right? And this is like very common. You see like information disclosure. Yesterday also, right? You have seen this application should not disclose by any chance, like internal, right? It could be what servers they are using, what databases they are using. So they have to ensure how you are preventing all this information disclosure. Clear? Any doubts?
Could you please repeat once again this one?
Information disclosure, like you capture a request in burp suit. It is disclosing we are using PHP, we are using Ubuntu server, we are using Apache, or maybe when right errors are not handled properly, it will pop out all the source code sometimes.
Oh, yes, brother.
For example, you take a glass, okay, pour some water into it, fill it, okay. Then you throw any of right, one more small glass into it. What happens? The water will overflow. Correct? Because it could not handle it. Yes or no? Similarly, for a data, right? Uh, there is a character limit of 10 characters, like mobile number, whatever it is. Okay, you give rather than giving 10 characters, you are giving 10,000 characters. It could not handle the memory. at a server level. Instead, it will give a error, right? While giving a error, it should not throw sensitive information. You got my point? I'm just comparing with the glass, and so this attack we also called as buffer overflow. Anyways, if you understood, fine, but that's okay. Information disclosure, it could be anything, guys. It could be your right company mail IDs, your users, anything sensitive what a company is dealing with. That's it, I can say. Understood? The definition itself says unauthorized access to a confidential information. When you say confidential, what is it? If you're dealing with a bank, then Aadhaar is confidential, PAN is confidential, account number is confidential, right? Debit card number is confidential, CVV number is confidential. Yes or no? All these things.
Yeah,
Yes, bro.
bro.
This should be hidden as well as encrypted. Okay, right. If I talk about more deeper, you'll get confused. So I'm not talking like data in right data in transist, data address. There are many categories, the encryption or hashing to be implemented, many things. Anyways, next we have DOS. We discussed what is DOS, denial of service, how they are handling. There should be proper load balancers, proper firewalls, network layer firewalls. They have load balancer. Yes or no? To handle the traffic. We discussed DOS, right?
Yes.
Forgotten, everyone.
No, bro, remember.
Yeah, we remember, sir.
Okay, so just recall it, and yeah. All right. Then last one is elevation of privileges. Okay, elevation of privileges here. E. We discussed tried spoofing, tampering, repudiation, information disclosure, denial of service, elevation of privileges. Right, which means when you join a company, you'll have only limited resources given to you. If you're a developer, you give, right, you get permissions to your developer softwares. That's it. Apart from that, you will not be able to access. Understood? Even if you are talking about, right, for example, we spoke about something called Confluence. Confluence also, right? Just if you are part of a marketing team, you'll have access to all the marketing team related documents, everything. Marketing team will not get access to the cyber team space. Why it is required? Do you think it is required?
No,
Tell me,
bro. No, bro.
is it required? Others? When you join a company as part of a marketing team, do you need cyber security documents or a developer documents or a DevOps documents?
No,
No.
sir. No, sir.
No, bro.
When you join as a technical engineer, why do you need marketing team, right? Their brand or their planning? It is not your business. It is
Yes,
not
sir.
your role. So, yeah, that is called as role-based access controls will be implemented and least privileges. Yes or no? Even you purchase any mobile device, simple mobile device, okay? And as part of your mobile device, by default, you are not a root user. You are not an admin user. You are a normal user, okay? For any app you are performing. If you go click on multiple times on a developer options, then you'll get the privileges. Then you can go ahead and perform all these things. Maybe not sure how many of you done this during your school or maybe college days or right earlier. If you want to get more privileges, you go and click on the developer options in your mobile device so that you get more privileges,
Yeah, yes, brother.
more permissions. Right, that is why. So it is role-based access control, right? They'll implement as well as least privilege principle. Least privilege also, what is required, we'll give it to that. That's it. Rest we will not give. In AWS, how do they achieve all these privileges related? You have IAM. What is IAM? Identity and access management. Understood? Clear, guys? Any confusion here?
No, brother.
No,
See,
sir. No.
it says the core service for controlling who, what, whatever. Okay, and for in general, right, they use AD. What is AD?
Active Directory.
Very good, sure. Right? They use AD. AD for what? Active Directory for what? To keep the users.
To maintain.
To
Yes.
onboard the users. Okay, all your user management will be done here. Tomorrow you join a company, they are not using cloud related, but they are using Microsoft Active Directory. They'll onboard you. Okay, then only you'll be able to access. As you can see, acting as a centralized database to manage users, computers, resources, enabling centralized authentication, authorization, and access control. Clear? The access control related will all things will fall under the this category. Elevation of privileges. Understood, guys?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, bro.
If someone is brute forcing, that will fall under DOS. Brute forcing in the sense he is wantedly sending a lot of right, like null payloads we saw, no rate limiting, right? When you send multiple requests to a site, what happens? It will go down. Purposefully you are doing to, it is called DOS. Denial of service, purposefully you are doing because the site should go down. That is how you threat model based on the architect design you have. I mean the model you have here. Clear? What is threat modeling and what framework you use? Any doubts, anybody? Any questions? Say yes, no, at least.
No, bro.
No, sir.
You can make a career here as well. Okay, as part of design phase, it's a specialization area. It's up to you. Okay, right? Fine. Now we will have automation tools. I don't say it as an automation tool, but yeah, we have tools, right? So how we can perform everything, right? Okay, fine. So now let's say there is a tool called Microsoft Threat Modeling Tool. I already opened it. Let us open. Apart from that, if you open, there are multiple threat modeling tools, right? So this is the link. Okay. So this is the download link. I'm just sharing it for yourself. You can download it and then use it. Fine. This is a open source free tool given by which company?
Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Very good. Okay, given by Microsoft. I have already installed, so I'll open it for yourself. Right, for all. I missed a T. Threat. This is the one. Threat modeling. Simple tool. It's very straightforward. Okay, so basically, right, this is how that dashboard will look like. And as you can see, the particular version they are using. Microsoft Threat Modeling Tool. As you can see, create a model, open a model, get started. You can create a new templates, open templates. There are categories. You can do Azure Threat Model. You'll get some internally, I'll show you. Yeah, right, SDLTM Threat Modeling Knowledge Base. Medical devices. One guy we have placed, uh, Kishore, his name is, company Beckman. Beckman? Beck, Beckman, I believe. Beckman company. I forgotten the company name, guys, but yeah, yeah. I believe this one only. Correct. This one, Beckman. It is in Belandur. Yeah, correct. This one, Beckman Cutler. Okay, this company. He was earlier working as a Java developer in Virtusa. You all know Virtusa, right? Maybe you would have heard of it.
Brother.
Yes,
Virtusa.
sir.
It's again biggest software company, and their client was Citibank. How do we spell it? I don't know. Citibank, SIT, oh, CTI. Okay, fine. Citibank. At least you would have heard this. It's a US banking subsidy, City banking. Okay, their client. Okay, that's where he shifted from programming to, right? We placed him as a security architect. Now he's working backman. If you need, speak to Shashi, our admin, right? You can, okay, call up this individual and you can see the real time. He's working on medical devices threat modeling. They do medical, I mean, it's a, they manufacture the medical devices. So for that, he is performing threat modeling using the same tool. All right, fine. So you can select it here. You can just click on it and create a model. So just open. So, right, this is how, when you create a, right, you have to create it based on whatever the, right, they are giving. Okay, they have given this. So just go into here. So you'll have an option. You search, you can search for web. Then you get, right, web browser or whatever. You click on it. Just paste it here. Okay, fine. Next, okay, when you click on this, you get options here. Next, you have, right, what you can give, web server or maybe server. Okay, you give it a web server. Just post, right, paste it here. And then what else? You can give the request like HTTP. Right, you can use HTTP or HTTPS also. You can connect from where to where. Here to here it is making a call. You can give. So, right, that is how you do it. So I have already done it, the basic architecture. So we'll go and maybe probably I'll close this. I'll open once again. No, I have already done it just to save our time. Yeah, there's the existing model, so I'll show you. Fine. I have already created a basic model. So I'll open it up and yeah, this is the one I have created. Very simple one, you all know. As you can see, browser and it is going via HTTP. Web server, HTTP, app server, HTTP database using these things only. You can also do the same. Understood? Any confusion here?
No, bro.
Okay, here we set a boundaries, right? This is internet boundaries, right? This is called as an external network. These are internal network. So this one we can call it as a trusted boundaries. I have drawn here. These are internet external boundaries. Tool has been upgraded, what I believe. But yeah, so I did not give in detail architecture. Very simple basic architecture I have given. That's it. Once you give, what happens? Just give the architecture onboard your, you can give, right? You have the client, browser, web servers, what they are doing, right? Click on this. It will also give you, here it should come up. I don't know why it is not coming. It should say what it is, everything it will be in detailed. Okay, you can change the names also. Right. Okay. So you can say, right, cookie, cloud, SQL databases. See, as you can see, which programming they are using, binaries, it IP, everything. So they give the architects, your teammates. Based on that, you draw. Understood,
Yes.
guys? It's kind of
Yes,
a
Yeah,
art.
bro.
You should be an artist. Okay. This is not something I can teach you. For example, it's like learning MS Paint. MS Paint, it's up to you, right? How you learn it. It's not me. Correct? Painting, right? Similarly here, building this architect, I mean, all these things, structure-wise, it's up to you how to do it. This is what I have done. Maybe there are many other folks who can do it better, but yeah, concept is very important. I've given simple three-tier architecture. Now what you can do, click on view option, and we are in the analysis view. Click on that, and now we get into a threat views. As you can see, we got the threat list, threat properties. Now, as you can see, click on the first one, right? And it is giving, right? So yeah, you can just see. Okay, it says cross-site scripting as part of tampering. The web server could be subject to a cross-site scripting because it does not sanitize user input. Understood? As part of stride, which category it is impacting?
Cross-site scripting.
No, that is the issue. Which category as part of stride it is impacting,
Tampering.
right? ST. tampering. Okay, here there should be proper input validation implemented. And then spoofing. See, web server may be spoofed by an attacker, and this may lead to information disclosure by browser. Okay, right? Consider using a standard authentication mechanism to identify the destination process. It does not have a, right? You can go down, justify like what, see, interaction and priority, which you can also change high, medium, low, all these things, justification. You can also sometimes mark it as not applicable, mitigated, everything. You can generate a report as well as part of reports, and then you can give it to the your other architects. Tampering. See again. These are the threats. We did it manually, right? So far. Now we are doing it via tool. You got it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? So here you have to define more. You define more assets in detail, it will give more threats. You talk about JWT, you talk about database, you talk about the right network, how it is coming. You onboard everything in such a way, it will give you, okay, what issues, what threats are there, and then you have to validate. You generate a report, send it to them. They will say, boss, we have implemented this one. Then you consider, okay, agreed. Next, you have not implemented this one. Okay, go fix it. Come back. Which means we are achieving a shift left, right? As earliest as possible. In a design phase, we are performing rather than once everything is built, product launched, and then you recall, okay, ayo, this is missing. Then what happens? Every time, cost, effort will be lost. Yes or no?
Yes, bro.
Clear?
Yeah,
Okay, you can do it automation. This is a open source free trial. There are many advanced tools as well. So if you need more details, if you want to work real time, connect with Kishore. That's it. Okay. Speak to Shashi Kiran. Okay, I call him Shashi, sometimes Kiran. He is our admin. We have one more person, Chandu. They can arrange. Okay, weekends they can call up. These guys can help you. If you need more detail, they'll have real time architect diagrams of their companies and they can come down. Fine. Are we clear on threat modeling? Any doubts?
clear, bro.
Good. You can, yeah, it
Yep.
takes time. It's not something you learn it overnight. But I'm telling there are specializations, there are areas which you can opt as a career. As part of cyber, as part of again, our offensive security. Clear?
Yeah,
Okay.
clear, bro.
Clear, sir.
Fine. I'll close this. Okay. So I have given link also. You can keep it up. Fine. So now comes your DevSecOps. What is this DevSecOps? First, you have to understand DevOps. DevOps is nothing but where developers and right operation teams will work together. Development teams and operation teams will work together. Why? Developers will build a code, operation team will deploy the code in a server. Okay, now right, doing all these things, okay, fine, everything is fine. Now, why we need automation? Every time what happens, developer is writing a code, testing QA UAT will come, then security will come. So that was a problematic. People has to wait for what? Security approvals,
Yes.
right? For example, let's take up, right? I'll give you an example. Maybe SBI Bank. Okay, their process is like they have secure SDLC. So now the process is like they have a development. Let's say developer, okay, a dev guy, he done his work, right? He is implementing the SBI portal, implementing a loans application. Okay, where they are using Java as a backend language. One developer is working on it. Clear? Okay, one more developer is working on a UI. Understood? And the other one is working on a API part. Total, how many developers are involved? Three developers as part of development phase. Correct? They work on a Jira ticket. They get a Jira ticket, they work on it. Understood?
Yeah, bro.
Right? Fine. Now, once that is done, they push it to testing team. Testing is like your automation manual QA UAT. Okay, these guys will approve whether the application functionality, right, everything features are working fine or not. Okay, based on that, they will push it to security next. So now here you can perform SAST, you can perform for every, okay, commit based we call it. Okay, any changes they do, they will create a commit, like a ID, like a token commit we can call it, right? We check based on commit, we approve it. Okay, we approve or we reject also if there are security issues, mainly if there are any critical or high. So now here as part of SBI, you are not dealing with only one development team. There will be several developers. They all create a Jira tickets. It's like you are competing with 4,000 developers. Okay. And then 6 security guys. Now see the ratio. They will have a time to build this for 2 weeks. The particular feature. They break down as a sprint wise. The QA UAT they'll have similarly 2 weeks or whatever timelines. But for you security guys will have very less time. You have to approve it within one day if it is urgent, right? If not, 2 days, like hours. We call it 24 hours stat turnaround time. What is stat? Turnaround time when you are going to approve. One day for urgent one, urgent tickets, 2 days for normal one. I'm talking about your secure SDLC. Jira tickets you'll get on your dashboard, security related. If it is web, you have to perform web PT. If it is API, you perform API. If it is source code, you review the code. If things are, I mean, if issues are not there, you approve. If issues are there, you block the release. From here, if it is approved, they will take it to DevOps. And based on the commit, let's say commit A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is one commit example. Okay, for this you got security approval as a developer. And if it is A, B, C, 1, 2, 4, even while the commit change, they will not agree. They'll say, hey, go back to security, get the approval and come back. Clear? Are you guys getting my point?
Yeah, bro.
What I'm trying
Yes,
to
sir.
say?
Yes, sir.
Looks like you all are silent here. What happened? You're not able to understand?
Yeah,
We
Huh?
understand,
understand,
bro.
sir. Yes, sir.
It's a Jira ticketing tool. Okay, they are breaking the tasks into simpler forms, pushing it to new team. New teams when I say, uh, 1 second, right? Next team. Okay, testing team, then security, then DevOps. So now it's like a wait, right? They have to wait. Many developers, right? Not just one, but not just only loan features, right? There will be multiple developers. I told you number. So only 6 security. How many tickets, right? I was part of a project. Okay, we used to get at least 20 tickets in a day. Just imagine, and we were just 4 guys in one of a banking project. We were competing with 3,000 developers. Just imagine the stress. And we have to mandatorily close 4 tickets per head per day. See how speed we should be. So that will become a blocker. Correct. Developers will not wait because they'll have a release. They should take at any cost. They'll not agree. If you say security, they'll not consider. Okay. They'll say exceptional approvals. They'll take exceptional. What is exceptional approvals? Exceptional approvals are nothing but they'll say, boss, this is a very business urgency. See my high level also given. Your high level also I'll get permission from like CTOs, okay, CISOs, right? And I'll take it. I'll make the app live. Later part maybe we'll right fix. We'll think of security. That's how they say. Understood? That's called exceptional approval or exceptional management. You get all these scenarios, guys, scenario questions, okay? If you're going for any product based or product roles, product security roles. Till here, no doubts, right? Quickly, we
Yeah,
don't
bro.
have time.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Bro, in such case, if we get question like that in interview, how to answer for that?
Here they can ask multiple questions, so you can be very specific what question you are looking for. Okay, let me give you the question then. You'll say, let's take a panel, will say, interview panel. Consider there is a release they are taking, and you find critical issue, and yeah, the urgent, I mean, release is very urgent. They have to push it to production servers. Being a security engineer, what you do? This is how the scenario will come up. You have to say, you have to stick to your point, boss. I will block the release. I'll understand the criticality of an application, right? I'll see how the particular issue, security issue is impacting. But as per the security standards, we will not allow critical issues. So next, what you'll have a discussion with your manager or your CISO. What is CISO? CISO is head of security, Chief Information Security Officer, we call it. Okay. So then his decision will be made. He will come into the picture. See, you have to stand. I will not allow to the inter panelist also. Then you might say, okay, they are telling like this. You stick to one answer. You should have all justifications. Understood?
Yeah, understood.
Even though they put a lot of pressure, you should stand. Rest is something you push it to your manager. Your manager could not handle. You will push it to CISO. CISO will handle from CIO, this guy's level, like your CTO's high level. The leadership will take a decision. It's like they'll say, yes, we understand the risk. We take complete accountability. Accountability in the sense we are responsible tomorrow if something goes wrong. So they will confirm in the mail and they will take the release. You create a Jira ticket, InfoSec Jira ticket with timelines. It depends on company, right? Few say 3 days, few say 15 days, or right. Within that, they have to, right? 2 days, you have to fix the issue. Even if it is a release, you have to fix the issue.
Okay, bro.
I hope I have answered that.
Yes.
hmm
Thank you.
It's
Thank you. I
it's
got
up
it.
to you how you do deal with it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Fine. So now, fine. This is the problematic where they have to wait for, right? What? All the security approval. That is where DevSecOps has come into the picture, where your security tools also integrated into as part of pipeline. DevSecOps, which means development, security, and operations. We coordinate with development and operations guys to enable the security as part of the pipeline. Okay, I'll show the pipeline. Basically, right, they use tools like Jenkins. How many of you are aware of it? Jenkins.
Yeah.
You know DevOps tools, right?
Yes, sir.
Jenkins. You have heard Jenkins or
Jenkins,
TeamCity.
Kubernetes.
Yeah, all these things. This is
Yeah.
how they write a pipeline. Okay, see pipeline, right? Maven. Okay, maybe Java-based application. They are running a SAST. Why did I say SAST? Because they are using SonarQube. Okay, it all depends. You can use Snyk also. You can use whatever tool you have, check marks, whatever. You can give all this pipeline as part of pipeline category, right? This by default Sonar will fail any critical or any I issues identified. It will automatically fail the build. Understood. So it is going to build the application. First scan is initiated. It will build. They're using Docker. They're building, and then they are running a right container scans with the help of Snyk, right? And then SCA also they are using with the help of Snyk only. Once everything is done, they are running a Zap scan, right? And then yeah, they are also using Checkoi. It's a tool, okay, for to identify any issues within Terraform. These are little advanced, but yeah, this is a pipeline script. They run it, and so whereas as you can see, as part of a normal DevOps pipeline, where you will see normal deployment, but now you are also able to see security tools are integrated as part of pipeline. Correct. So yeah, as you can see, if you need steps for it, Jenkins, you can install everything. Okay, I can give this repo. This guy's repo is very good, where you can learn the DevSecOps, a security guru. He has got courses also. If you want to be a DevSecOps expert, you can follow him. He has got Udemy courses also, very good actually. So you can master just by enrolling. Okay. So when these pipelines are run, right? So basically, when these pipelines are run, what happens? So if there are no security issues, it will be passed. If security issues, the build will be failed. The build will be failed here, right? The here maybe DevSecOps we discussed here. The build will fail, and what you'll say, right? You or maybe DevOps team will say there are security issues. Go fix and come. If critical and high are fixed, right? Again, yeah, it will go. So now you are trying to automate it rather than the manual way. Understood? Once the pipeline is running, right, once pipeline is successfully run, right, it will create reports within your any of portal. It could be, what do you say? It could be your Sonar Cube or maybe Snake check marks or DAST tools, right? It will generate a report and it will also highlight, okay, how many issues are there, critical, like, so that's how it becomes. These are the other specialization areas which you can focus or target. Clear? Any doubts? Any issues? Anybody? Okay, now it is more advanced. This pipelines earlier we wanted, if you don't know this pipelines also, like writing these things, you don't have to write actually, you have to suggest them, right? As part of a normal DevOps pipeline, there will not be any security tools. You join as a DevSecOps engineer, you have to ensure that these security tools are integrated. You give all these tokens, URLs to these guys from the portal or a tool, and they will integrate it, they'll run the pipeline, and then you set a criteria, okay, so and so critical high, the build should be failed, like that. We have different tool, like now we have, see, Azure DevOps. Within, like, people are shifting to Azure DevOps also. It is more easy compared to Jenkins. Okay, within the Azure portal, it will look like that, pipelines. See? As per repos also, but we are using Bitbucket, all these things, right? Don't worry. Repos are for code storage. Depends on company, guys. Totally what they use. Concept is same, but depends. Okay, here you create a new pipe. You will not create. Don't worry. If you don't know all this syntax, also Jenkins will give you how to. If you give like what syntax, it will give you all this syntax. You can just copy paste also. Understood? And you just have to change the tokens. Even ChatGPT is building complete apps. Don't you think this can't be like it is not built? It will be able to build these things very easily. But yeah, there will be option in Jenkins also to get this syntax. This is a Jenkins pipeline, and yeah, if someone using GitHub, right, GitHub Actions or maybe Azure, you have to define AML pipelines. We call it AML. So let me go back to this repository and see. Okay, sorry, a security guru here, and sure, 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 sure. GitLab. Okay, fine. Let's see if they are having AML. Yeah, see, right? They are staging and they are writing in AML dot AML. YAML, we call it YML, we call it AML file. So here it will be little different. Okay, stage. Okay, what stage it is? Image, what image you wanted to script. Okay, and then you are using what tool? You are using Zap OASP. This is just for understanding, don't worry. So, yeah. So Jenkins, it is, uh, right. It's a dot Jenkins file, and rest everything it is, okay, dot AML. For Azure DevOps also, AML you will define dot AML, YAML or dot YML. See, as you can see here, stages include template. Okay, so variable stages you are run, start, SAST. Which tool you are using? Sonar Cloud. You'll give cloud URL, Sonar Cloud URL. And these are just go through it, guys. You give ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT. It will also explain you in detail if you need. He has got courses you can enroll if you want. I mean, if you are planning this one as a specialization career. See, you have to define your Sonar Cube URL, okay, and then organization name, and then the project key and the token you need to give it. Right, rest DevOps guy will take care. And then SE also, SNCC related, you are giving SNCC token, DASTer related, and then it will generate the report also. Clear? Understood? How it is automated? You don't have to wait for any releases here. Okay, you automate it, it will automatically break. If any security issues, build will fail. If no issues, it will be deployed into production servers. I mean, first they don't directly deploy it into production. First, they'll have something like stage wise. They'll deploy it on development servers, and then there is like test servers for testing team. Okay, and then they deploy it into staging team, staging environment. Then everything is good. Then they will put it in a production. Clear? It depends on organization, but yeah, they'll have categories. They won't allow everything immediately for prod. Everything they'll check. Okay, if everything is going good, and then they push it to production. Because once it is pushed to production, we can't alter. We can alter, but right, we are touching very sensitive information. The application should not go down. That is our intention. Understood? Are we good?
Yeah, bro.
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Any doubts? So these are two more specialization areas which you can pursue in later of your career. You can start from now also. That's up to you. As already you have completed the base from us. So yeah. All right. Hope this session was helpful, I believe.
Yeah, bro, definitely.
Yes, bro.
Okay. If no questions, I'm ending this. And yeah, thank you.
Okay.